Come along, don't miss a thing. Every road's an adventure waiting. Cowboy Jojo's Adventures, let's go!
What if one of Victoria's most spectacular botanical gardens has been hiding in plain sight all this time? Most people drive straight through Castlemaine without discovering this incredible place. Behind these gates lies a garden that's been growing for more than 150 years, created during the gold rush and filled with towering exotic trees, a peaceful lake, elegant Victorian landscapes and stories few visitors ever hear. Today we are going beyond the flower beds. We'll uncover the history, explore the hidden corners, meet some truly remarkable trees, and find out why these gardens have become one of Victoria's best kept secrets. So grab your walking shoes, bring your sense of adventure, and discover whether the Castlemaine Gardens really deserve a place among Australia's finest botanical gardens. Going? Welcome to the Castlemaine Gardens, which covers 23.4 hectares. Great place to come and have a picnic somewhere in these gardens, and there are also facilities for you to enjoy. And that's Peter behind me doing silly things. So in 1854, Frederick Hershey requested land for these gardens. These gardens are a fine example of a regional garden created in colonial Victoria. Around the gardens there are rare trees, oaks, pines and a rose garden, as well as a lake and a lovely, beautiful fountain.
And Phillip Doran was the first appointed curator. For 47 years, from 1866 until his death in 1913.
So the walk around the gardens is 1.74 kilometres. So shall we get cracking and explore these beautiful gardens, Peter?
But the way we walk, it could be about 3 kilometres.
These entrance gates were built and made locally in 1877. The gates reflected the wealth that gold brought to central Victoria. The cast iron fountain was installed in 1883, topped by a boy and serpent, a typical classical theme. In 2011, the fountain was restored. Many of the plants were provided by government botanist Ferdinand Muller and Daniel Bunce, the curator of Geelong Botanic Gardens. The Band Rotunda was erected in 1898. The garden is also attracted and home to many native birds. This removed a bend which crossed the gardens all the way to Downs Road. The lake was built by prisoners from the Castlemaine jail and filled in 1879. The lake was named Lake Joanna after the wife of the then Mayor William Adams. As you can see behind me, we have the former tea rooms. They were actually built in 1919. I'm not sure when they closed, but today it's being used by a band. And great to see it's being repurposed. Who knows, one day they may reopen them as tea rooms again.
The oak tree behind me was planted in May 1863. It is the oldest planting within the Botanical Gardens at Castlemaine, and it was planted to mark the marriage of the Prince Albert, later King Edward VII, married Princess Alexandra of Denmark. Anyway, it's also classified by the National Trust.
I'm standing next to a cork oak tree, so you would know what they use this to make. If you check your champagne bottles and maybe the odd wine bottle, you might find it's cork. So this is the tree it comes from.
Because there is a shortage of cork oak trees, they're starting to use synthetic corkages. So you'll see less and less of this oak tree in your bottles of wine and champagne.
The original summer house was built in 1872. It was demolished in 1946. In 2000, Friends of the Castlemaine Friends group reconstructed the summer house.
In the 1960s, the district rose garden, featuring hybrid tea and floribunda roses in alphabetical order, was established with public fundraising efforts, a design style that council actively maintain today.
And in essence, the core structure and significant trees emerged in the 1860s, while the iconic rose garden collection solidified in the 1960s, making them a blend of colonial gold rush grandeur and mid-century gardening. So let's take a walk around this lovely rose garden.
And let's see if we can find any that smell really nice. Let's go, Joe. Ooh, that's nice. Jojo, come here, smell this one.
Smell the roses.
Floribunda. I hope you've enjoyed coming along with us today around these lovely gardens. Definitely a place to come and relax and unwind and enjoy the beauty of them.
Yes, Jojo, I think they look very gentrified, with a very historic feel about it. Lots and lots of old oaks and elms and lots of shade trees, beautiful pond here. So you get to see some native fauna and flora. And it's a relaxed walk around the park.
And the best thing is it's free.
Oh, and there's a coffee shop across the road.
And that's where we're heading. But first of all, we'll step aside and we'll finish this off here with a lovely view of the fountain that's behind us, which was actually restored back in the 1990s. It was pretty derelict when I was here in the 1980s, but I'm glad they have restored it. So with further ado, we're going for coffee. We'll leave you here. Oh, Das Coffee House, best coffee in town, and great Austrian delicacies for you to enjoy. So, without further ado, bye, and we'll see you on our next adventure. Thanks for coming along with us.
See ya.